Keep it that touch with my haters.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Baker now from the gun. His first throw is an interception. And the Chargers force the turnover on the first series of this game. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
Right to the air is Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Home troops right.
Herbert from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Oh, Herbert lost the football. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Dicker connects there. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, early momentum with that field goal.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this third down. Here he is on third and short. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to be sent up just outside that red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
We give on 2nd to Hall. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Going on first is Herbert. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
It's Hampton on 2nd. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It's just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Hey, Kappa. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Herbert on first down. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up second down.
21. He's crossing. He's checking crack. 380. 380. Baylor Tiger. Go.
Back to the air, Herbert. The Reds got it. It's an LA touchdown. The Chargers with a slim 2-point lead early. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure coming, Baker. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead on the first play of the drive. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He's going to field this at the 2. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Forced out to his right. This one's complete to Andre Lambert-Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So that's the end of one in this AFC Divisional Round contest. The Jets with an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have 3rd down and 8.
Hey, Ram.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He put everything he had into this one. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Azarie Thomas. And the Jets get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Jets.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Hall runs in for the New York touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Hey, ram.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's got Hampton underneath. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Lion.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Brought in by Ganson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
It's Herbert once more. One's complete, right side. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
380. Ready.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Herbert. Near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Hampton takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
180.
They start the drive with Hall. Nice cutback. He's off to the races. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets now lead by 10. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Returnable from the 2. This makes it up to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 380.
Throwing now, Herbert. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Copy. Set.
Here's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
6 yards.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. Third down.
Set. Home the troops right. Set.
Third and long for him here. Caught near the sideline. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up fourth down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And this one will careen out of bounds, just in enemy territory there.
At their own 48-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Baker now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Hall. He's running forward, halted after a couple of yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Give to Hall on the draw. Nothing doing on the draw block. That's going to send him backwards ahead of third down. But anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
Get underneath here for Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, he's such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. Yep. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
21.
Throwing from the gun. He gets this one against him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. To throw, Herbert. He put everything he's got behind it. He's got it inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Chargers make it an 11-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner to the 48. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Has it in close. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Putting a receiver in motion. First down, here's Baker. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Jets get more points to end the lopsided first half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Jets push their lead to 18.
42. Chargers 24. Joey Sly set to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
One last play before the break.
Set.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's hit and sent out of bounds, so this ends as a gain of close to 7, second down.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here, as fighting our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
380. Cut. Home to trips right. Ready.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Vacates quickly left side. Downfield finds Lambert Smith. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
A gain of 19.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
At the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
380. Cut.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it an 11-point ball game. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Christian Wilkins.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Run. Watch out.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Ready.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Now come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Set. 12.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So the false start backs them up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 21-yard gain, and it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Jets take possession off their 2nd interception of the game.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hall running between the tackles. Still has some space inside the 35. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Buying some time right. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Back now, pressure coming. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Mayfield now from the gun. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now, and you turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
Hall. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple yards on that run. This sets up 4th and goal.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you going to do?
It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Sly's kick is up and good, and that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Herbert from the gun. He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
180! What's that?
Here's Hall. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. They did it! He made the interception! And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles Pick Six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33.
After the pick, here's Mayfield again. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They run. Here's Hall. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Alert, alert, alert.
This is Hall. Finds a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Baker to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Working quickly here. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
See, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. They're all set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun give to Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Herbert back to throw. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
Year after year, the best offenses multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Lion, lion, lion. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Green out. Set.
Back to the air, Herbert. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And there's the hurry up here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Hampton now up the middle. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set. 380. Green out. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrives as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Hey, ram. Ready.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That one's good to McConkey. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Herbert. Looking right, and he finds it. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Cap.
A 3rd down give to Hampton. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. By a man, he's in the clear. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here he is to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
A give left side for Hall. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. An entire game now hangs on this attempt by Joey Slye. He cashed his first attempt, his 2nd now from 45. The kick is good. He got it. And they're going to play for the conference championship next week. So the win goes to the Jets. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.